In this demo, we will show you how to use StorageMAP to scan and analyze your unstructured environment and find that optimal dataset to use to train your AI model. Then we will copy it over to our AI's landing zone so it can begin its training. The task for this demo is to find PDF documents, extract the multimodal data such as text, tables, and charts, and then begin asking questions about them. You might ask, how do we identify the desired dataset? This will be different per project we do. In this demo, we will be looking at production shares with PDFs that have the PDF include tag, which I'll explain later, and not include DR folders with PDFs in it, because we do not want our AI to think there are more of these files than there actually are. Functionally, a lot of people start here. They will buy their AI appliance, put it in their data center, target it at their unstructured data environment, and then start asking questions. The problem is we have found out that garbage in can equal garbage out in the AI world, so it's best to find the optimal data set to train your AI model on so we can get better answers to our questions. And that journey really starts over here on the left-hand side with StorageMAP by scanning and analyzing that environment, then putting that data, then moving it over to our landing zone. We're now going to hop over to our software so I can show you how we do that. This is our dashboard, or our landing zone. This is where you come when we log in. This demo is going to focus around datasets and analyses. We'll begin with the analyses module, so we will start there. Over here on the top right, we can go to Create Analysis. And this is our analysis module. Think of the left-hand side as inputs, the right-hand side as outputs. So for the inputs on this one, we will select Source. As seen on the screen, we can scan our entire infrastructure at once, which includes all these storage devices. But for this demo, we're going to focus on our Isilon and scan this entire system. First thing we will be doing is filter for our AI PDFs, for which I will show the definition so we can see what's going on. Looking at this filter, we notice it will return all the items that have the mentioned tag on them and that are PDFs. So the filter will search for all the folders and shares that have this PDF include tag on it and return those folders. We can also see that it has a PDF exclude and review tag. We've put exclude on the folders and shares that we knew we weren't going to include in this project. And then we've put review on some shares and folders for which we are not sure if we want to include those PDFs. Somebody can come back and review that data to see if we can improve our training datasets. And then again, we only want PDFs. Additionally, we are going to focus on PDFs that have been created in the past 10 years. We'll hit Show Definition. We could easily do this at any length that we want by modifying this number. For this demo, we're going to set the value to 10 years. And then we run the analysis. As we can see here, we found 15 PDFs that were in these folders that were tagged and that are PDFs. Only 5 of those have been created within the last 10 years. On the bottom right, we have a list of all the files that match those criteria, or that would be in your target optimal dataset. If we need to make some changes, we can come up here and make some modifications until we get the dataset we want. Then we can save our dataset. We're going to call this AI Demo and hit OK. Once we have that dataset saved, then we can manipulate it. To do this, we go to our Datasets module. We will see it pop up here at the top as AI Demo. We have the option to download this dataset, so we can keep the list of the files that we use to train our AI. What we will do here is click these 3 dots and then select Create a Copy Job, as we want to move the dataset we've identified over to our AI's landing zone. The wizard brought up the Isilon automatically because all the files are on the Isilon. We select this SMB folder because all the files are underneath the SMB folder. Next, we will copy this to our object store and we select the location. We go to our bucket 2, Demo, Demo 1, and then Outgoing. And then we're going to create a demo landing zone. And then we're going to save our optimal dataset in this landing zone so our AI can begin its training. Over here we have a warning for NFS to S3. This is an SMB to S3 migration, so that's not being used. These are our options. For this demo, we leave them at default. This is a compatibility screen just to make sure the data can be moved from the source to the target without corruption. And then we have created a new copy job. We're going to hop right over to it. We'll be able to click it to see the details. We normally would get some real-time data, but with the 5 files, that is a very fast copy. So both the scan and the copy are already done. So at this point, the data is on our AI's landing zone, and the AI can begin its training. Just to recap real quick, we first scanned and analyzed your unstructured environment, found the optimal dataset that we wanted to use to train our AI model on. Then we initiated the copy job to move that training dataset, no matter where its data lived on the isilon, over to your landing zone, and then we could begin our AI training. That concludes this demo. Thanks for watching.